Tomorrow, the House will vote on the American Rescue Plan, a bill that 77% of Americans support, including 59% of Republicans. Yet not one single Republican senator voted for the bill. Joining me now to talk about this and more, someone who knows very well what it means to stand up for your country, even if that means standing against your party. Wife of the late Senator John McCain and author of the upcoming book, Stronger: Courage, Hope, and Humor in My Life with John McCain. Cindy McCain. Cindy, thank you so much for being here. I want to start by getting your reaction to not even one senator voting for this relief that'll help all Americans.
Well, it saddens me for this reason. As you saw, the polling numbers represent that 59% of Republicans want this. They want the two parties to work together to solve the problems of our country. And unfortunately, that didn't happen with this latest vote. And what we've talked about, and the reason I did what I did, is that it is time that we begin to work together for the good of the country. I know that there's differences. My husband disagreed with Joe Biden on many, many issues, as you know, but they always found a way to work together, both the parties working together for the good of the country. And that's just not happening right now. And right now we need it desperately, more than ever.
But do you think there's any shot that's going to happen, given all the problems this country is facing? Turn on conservative media. My parents are lifetime Republicans. They're Fox News viewers. Yet if they watch Fox any day last week, they weren't learning about domestic terrorism. They weren't hearing about what's in this bill. They were hearing about cancel culture and Dr. Seuss, a narrative that doesn't even make much sense. But does it make sense to Republican voters? Why is this happening?
You know, I think there's a great deal of frustration. What was occurring on Fox or any of the other news stations with regards to Dr. Seuss and the rest of them is really rather ridiculous. In a time that we are facing what has occurred regarding the pandemic, regarding our economy, people are out of work. We need help. Those are the things we should be talking about. And I think most Republicans that are at home like me, you know, doing what we do every day, want that. But I think it's time that our Republican politicians begin to listen to the general public on this. Our party is never going to succeed again unless we begin to listen to our voting population and work together.
Then who are they doing this for? Everything that you're saying to me makes absolute sense. Yet you've got the biggest conservative media outlets theoretically talking to conservative voters, and you're somebody who in the last year was censured by your own party for speaking truth. So what do Republican voters want?
Well, I think there's certainly a division between what the voters want and what our elected officials want. And we need to hold them accountable, most importantly. The strongest thing we can do is vote, and just as you saw what happened in this last election, and change the leadership if indeed we believe that they're not doing what's good for the country. And I think you and I both see. I think what's going to be my party, at least, beginning to at least either find its way or dissolve. We're kind of on. There's a brink right now, and I think that's where we're at.
Lindsey Graham.
My own party in Arizona is. I'm sorry to interrupt, but my own party in Arizona is a perfect example of that.
Lindsey Graham weighed in on that just last night. He was talking about the future of the party. Lindsey Graham, obviously, your husband's closest confidant and friend in the Senate. Graham was talking about Republicans and former President Trump. I want to share what he said.
There's something about Trump. There's a dark side and there's some magic there. And what I'm trying to do is just harness the magic. To me, Donald Trump is sort of a cross between Jesse Helms, Ronald Reagan, and P.T. Barnum. I mean, it's just this bigger than life deal. He could make the Republican Party something that nobody else I know could make it. It could make it bigger. He could make it stronger. He could make it more diverse. And he also could destroy it.
What do you think?
Well, I love Lindsey Graham, and he's as much a member of my family almost as my children are. So, but with that said, I disagree for this reason. Right now, there's too much anger and hate, and that's been generated from the top. And I just don't believe that our party can survive by appealing to the dark side of humanity. And I've seen it too often. I began this quest in my life with Ronald Reagan. And I just don't see how I don't understand how we got to where we're at. But now that we're here, we can no longer have our leaders work with fear and anger and hate.
Then
we have.
Then knowing Lindsey Graham as well as you do, what's he doing?
Listen, I love, as I said, I love Lindsey. We differ with some of our things we differ on, and I wish him well. I don't know what's going on the inside of his head, but with that said, I do love the man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank all of you out there.
Thank you as always.
Thanks to at home.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you so much for letting us into your homes during these extraordinary times.